Hi, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I have another book review for you. There are going to be a lot of book reviews because I had the intention on reading about 20 books for the first week of April. However, my reads go from Monday to Sunday/Monday. So today is Tuesday, and since I did my recent reads video, I've read about 6 books since yesterday. I know it seems kind of crazy, but it's just the direction I'm going in right now. This book here, this is called 214 Palmer Street by Karen McQuestion. Now, the one of the parts of the theme of this book involves the something that we've all run into at some point in our lives, which is a nosy neighbor, right? Nosy neighbor. So let's talk about this book. But before we do that, we should go ahead and read the summary. So I just grabbed my tablet. It was on my lap because I was looking at my planner at first. But let's read the publisher's summary first, and then we can talk about my thoughts about this book. So, by the way, this book will be out April 6, 2022, so I won't be putting this book review up until release date, but it's my intent to read a book, write the review, make the video. Read, write, make. That's my intent, and that's what I'm doing with this book right here. So, A House with a Secret, a woman with nothing to lose. When Maggie sees the beautiful Venetian blinds moving in on the Caldwell's front window, she freezes. Her favorite neighbors, Katie and Josh, are away, so who's in their house? The pretty young woman who answers the door tells a convincing story. She's Sarah, the house sitter, just here for a month, an old friend of Katie's who needed a place to stay. She's pleasant and warm, and Maggie wanders back to her house thinking she might have made a new friend. Yet she can't help but wonder why Katie never mentioned Sarah. What Maggie doesn't know is that on the other side of the door, Sarah is starting to panic. No one was meant to see her at 214 Palmer Street. An unputdownable psychological thriller from #1 bestseller Karen McQuestion, which will make you question what secrets your own neighbors are hiding. And it says for fans of Girl on a Train, The Woman in the Window, and Gone Girl. So, in this book, this is a mystery that ultimately surrounds 3 people who were friends when they were teenagers. Now, very early on in the book, we see Sarah is lying on the ground and she hears the voices of 2 men, and it takes her a second to recognize that they're paramedics or EMTs. Well, why is she on the ground? Why is her head hurting so bad? Well, she ends up at the hospital. Her husband gets to her and he accompanies them in the ambulance to the hospital. So this begs the question, who hit Sarah and who left her for dead? Because they cracked her skull. So now Sarah starts to try to figure out something about 214 Palmer Street and why she was hit and who could have possibly hit her. In addition to that, we have Maggie. She just doesn't feel, it just doesn't sit right with her that Sarah is a house sitter. So we've got that part of the story. Then we have the fact that there were lies, secrets, and betrayals in this story. And then you also have, like, how can I put it? I'm thinking of a spider web, how it would extend. And I say that because you start to factor in other characters. And these other characters relate back to the past. So the story does that. It shifts us back to the past and it brings us back to the present. Back to the past and back to the present. So what it is it's a massive puzzle. What is it about 214 Palmer Street? And I'm only going to give the book 3 stars because I have to tell you, it took a lot for me to make sense of this book. But as we got deeper into the book, everything did start to fall into place. And the connection of past and present began to make a lot of sense. But nonetheless, I'm going to give it 3 stars. I will say that something nefarious definitely happened at 214 Palmer Street, no doubt about that. So in this chilling book, there are twists and turns that will lead to a thrilling conclusion. And that's all I can say about this one. All right, I'll be back with more next time. Bye.